In this video, you're going to be learning to look OLL. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Vrishabh Sima, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on so you don't miss out on any of the new content that I will be posting. So today we're going to be learning to look OLL. Alright, so there are 10 algorithms in to look OLL. The other type of OLL is one look OLL, which has 57 algorithms. It is recommended that you learn to look OLL first so that you get used to OLL, and then once you're thorough with it, you can move on to learning all the 57 algorithms in one look OLL. So guys, before I start with all the cases, I want you to pay heed to the finger tricks that I will be using. That is U moves with your index fingers, U2 with the index and the middle fingers, whichever you're comfortable with, left or right, and M slices with your ring finger, M2 slices with your ring and middle finger, or you can use your pinky and ring finger also if you're comfortable with it. I personally am not comfortable with it, so I use my ring and my middle finger to do M slices, and using your ring finger for D moves, okay, like that. So make sure you use the right finger tricks for the right algorithm, because it's very important you start cultivating good habits while solving the cube, and good finger tricks is one of them. So the first step in solving or orienting the last layer is solving the yellow cross. Alright, so the yellow cross has three cases. The first case is when you have a line like this. Okay, note you have to ignore all the corners. If by chance they are solved, ignore it for now. You're only looking at the edge pieces right here. Okay, so if the edge pieces are solved in such a way that there is a line like this or like this, okay, you just make a U move to make it a horizontal line. Once you have a line like this, you do the following algorithm, and the algorithm is like this: F R U R prime U prime. See that I'm using my left index finger now, and then finally for F prime I use my thumb and I push it up. Alright, so once more I'll show you the algorithm in a slower manner. The algorithm goes like this. So we start off with regripping. Okay, we regrip like this, do an F R U R prime U prime, and finishing it off with an F prime, and there you have your cross solved. The second case is when you have a flipped or mirrored L like this. Okay, again ignore the corners if they're solved, you're only looking at the edges. So if you have an L like this, what you do is you do a U2 to get the L like this. So the L must be flipped and onto the bottom right corner of your cube. Okay, like this. Once you have this done, you do, it's very similar to the previous algorithm, but instead of doing an F move, you do an F wide move. An F wide move is when you do F layer with the middle layer. So it looks something like this. So you're holding the cube like this, you do an F wide move. Okay, so you can see two layers are moving together. That's F wide move. Okay, and then you do the same RU R prime that you did for the previous algorithm. R U R prime U prime, and then you finish it off with an F prime. Again, pay heed to the finger tricks. F R U R prime U prime F prime with the thumb. The final case before solving the yellow cross is the yellow dot. Alright, so you just have one center solved, the edges are not solved. Again, ignore the corners. Alright, so we don't have any edge solved, so this is called the dot case. Now for this case, what you do is you first perform the line algorithm, and then you continue it with the flipped L algorithm. Okay, it looks something like this. So the first is the line algorithm, which goes like this: F R U R prime U prime F prime. So once you do that, you get the flipped L case. Now you continue the flipped L case algorithm, that is F wide R U R prime U prime F wide prime, and then you have your cross done. So we are done with the three algorithms. We have 7 more to go. Like I said, there are only 10 algorithms for to look OLL. Alright, so the first case after finishing the cross is the sune. Alright, so the sune is recognized when you have a solved corner on the bottom left corner, alright, and you have the yellow sticker facing you on the bottom right corner, like this. Once you recognize the case, you do the following algorithm, and the algorithm goes like this. Also note my regrip and my finger tricks while I do this algorithm. So it goes like this: R U R prime U R U2 R prime. After a ton of practice, the execution of the case must look something like this. The second case is the anti-sune case. Now we call this the anti-sune because, as you can see, it looks like the mirrored version of the previous case, the sune. Alright, so in this case the recognition goes like this. You see a solved corner on your right hand bottom corner, and you see the yellow sticker facing you on the left hand bottom corner, like this. So for this, the algorithm goes like this. You do a U2 before doing the algorithm so that the yellow sticker faces away from you. Alright, so this sticker that is next to the solved corner faces away from you, and you do the following algorithm, which goes like this. Alright, so you regrip like this. You do R prime U R U R prime U2, and then you do an R. The third case is the H case, where you have two headlights opposite to each other. So you can see this looks like headlights. So when they're opposite to each other, what you do is you face one of the headlights to you, and you do the following algorithm, that is F R U R prime U prime. Do that R U R prime U prime 3 times. Okay, so we have done it once now. R U R prime U prime, that's twice. R U R prime U prime, that's thrice, and you end it with an F prime. The next case is the pi case, where you have headlight and you have two yellow stickers facing the opposite side for the corners. So two headlights here and two of the yellow stickers facing opposite sides. So that's the recognition. So for solving this, what you do is you keep the headlights facing the left, and you do the following algorithm: R U2 R2 U prime R2 U prime R2 U2 R. The algorithm is a little lengthy and looks tricky, but it isn't that tricky if you recognize the movement of the pieces. Alright, so for example, when you do RU2, observe this pair. Okay, so you're basically removing the pair and taking it there. Okay, and then you do R2, you get one more pair here. So these two pairs are opposite. Then you do a U prime, then R2, you're slotting this back in, U prime, then R2, you're going to put this back in, and you get this bar, that's U2, and then R to finish it off. Alright, for the next two cases, you will have two of the corners solved. Alright, so the first case out of that is when you have the yellow stickers facing opposite sides. When you have that, what you do is you keep the unsolved side on your left side, and you do this. You do an X, okay, so that you're basically facing the white to yourself. The whole cube rotation is called the X, okay, and then you do this: L U R prime U prime L prime U R U prime. Alright, so for the final case, you have a headlight and two solved corners. You face the solved corners to you, and then you do the following algorithm: R2D. Again, you're doing the D with your ring finger. This is an advanced finger trick, but learning it earlier will help you in the long run. So basically what we did was an R2D with the ring finger, R U2 R prime, again D prime with the ring finger, R U2 R, and that solves your or orients your last layer. Okay, I messed it up, but I have to practice this particular case too, but you get the drift.
So
that's it, and I hope this video will help you guys learn 2-look OLL. I will be making a 1-look OLL video where I show the algorithms and finger tricks for all the 57 algorithms in the OLL. So subscribe to the channel and turn post notifications on so you don't miss out on that video and any of the new videos that I will be posting. I would also like to apologize and thank you guys for staying with me even though I have not posted for the past 2 weeks. Please do share the channel and ask them to subscribe, and I will make sure that I post every week from now onwards. So thank you guys for staying with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.